So, welcome back to another video, an impromptu video of how to fix a noisy fan issue on a 3070 XT. I've been showing this around on the channel a little bit, but I haven't actually been using it in any computer because every time it starts up it makes some super loud grinding noise, and I finally figured out it's because the fan is too low, so it hangs down. Let me focus this. Way too low. And so because of that, it scratches on the plastic that keeps from going too low. Today I'm going to try and sand down that plastic and perhaps even get rid of it if need be. So stay tuned. Okay, so now that I'm over here, I will be using this HDX screwdriver set. By the way, don't worry about the missing screwdriver. Here it is. This is a bone that comes with whatever. Try and choose your screwdriver head accordingly. Just as a quick notion, guys, when you guys do decide to do this, make sure you just choose your screwdriver head accordingly because those are home screws. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So, assuming that you know some things about tech, which I'm assuming most of you do, it's always good to remove these screws around the processor diagonally, because then you relieve pressure from these evenly, and it doesn't destroy the card when you do so. I just chose the wrong head. But yeah. Come out. Let's go. But you do want to try and remove it diagonally, so. And don't worry if it creaks a little bit, because these are old cards and chances are you haven't taken this, if you own one of these, you haven't ever opened them up. Oh, by the way, just keep in mind, so much for warranty. Don't expect AMD to back you up, but once again, if you're doing anything in this day and age, you probably don't have warranty on this. Oh, whoops. So now this thing, you just take it and move it to the side, and so now you've got to remove all of these screws around here. So you got to remove this screw, these screws, but mine are missing ever since I bought it. I guess that's what you get when you get things on sale. These two screws, pretty much every single other screw on the back. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, keep in mind, all of these back screws are the same, so it doesn't matter which and where they go back. So, so once you've removed these screws, which I'm finishing up, I'm getting the last one out. Flip the graphics card over. By the way, guys, just an FYI, all of these screws are the same, so just keep them somewhere safe, and don't lose them, because they're probably going to be a pain in the butt to find, once again, in this day and age. So now you want to flip the card over, and, well, actually, while you're at it, I would recommend unplugging the fan header. Otherwise, it's a pain in the butt to get at later. It comes up, if it ever does, and it won't. Why won't it come up? There we go. And then you want to remove these two screws. And once you do that, you can remove that little piece of metal. These two screws are, unlike the majority of the screws you will find, slightly different. So you want to keep them separate from the rest. Actually, that's the majority of the screws, to be honest. And yeah. Next, you want to flip the card over. This thing should fall right off after that. So it should be pretty much bare and clean on the back. This is pretty much just a little shield, I guess, to guard things. Yeah. Alright, so you've done that. Just put that to the side, and you have 2 more screws to unplug. Oh, touch some thermal goop, whatever. So now, as you can see, this screw is slightly different from the other screws, which looks like this. So just try, this is the other screw, this is the screw for the inside, so just try and keep them in a separate pile, and as always, try not to lose them. So now, picking this up, there's everything's removed except these 3 screws. Remove those 3 screws, because those are what keep the fan in place, and we're going to want to remove that too. And these are also slightly different, so keep them in their own small pile as well. The smallest one is in the front, and the 2 longer ones are in the back. And so now you should be free to, oh, sorry about that unfocused camera, guys. But now you should be free to lift this up. The screws will all stay in there. And now you just poke them out from the other side. Poke, okay. That goes there. That can go there. And that can go there. My bad, guys, those are actually all shorter. And yeah. So now, as you'll notice, I just pull out the back section. This is the fan. Yeah, so now you've successfully stripped down a graphics card, so go give yourself a pat on the back. Nice job. Yeah, so my graphics card's actually a little oily on the inside, has some goop on the inside. So I'm gonna go be back after I clean this thing up. Okay, guys, so for all of you who are watching, we're back with a Dremel. What is it saying? Dremel 4000. Ooh, okay. Great, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the side of this thing and we're going to try and sand it down all the way around there. So stay tuned for more. I'm just decided to change the camera angle so that maybe you could be able to see me a little better. Trusty old Dremel and saw method, or how to stand down your video card. So my plan didn't actually go as I hoped. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut away the sides and the edges so that it simply just doesn't touch, and I'm going to try and get down all the way to this red section there. Yeah, so stay tuned for more. So once again, I've reoriented myself and I've decided to go and do it like this and have the card down, and this will be my final position because I'm sick of changing positions. Alright? Okay, so now I've finished sanding this down, and I'm just going to take this thing and get rid of some of these extra pieces of crap. Take a look at this. If you're going to do this, just be prepared for a mess. Sorry, this is out of focus. I'm not about to reach up with my extraordinarily, okay, you can't see this, my relatively messy hands. But I've sanded down a whole bunch of this, so I really hope this works. I'm going to finish up a little bit, but yeah. There we go. I'm done with the touching up. Okay, there we go. You get to focus. You get to see it in focus. So I've sanded down a lot, and if you give me a second, I'm gonna go grab the fan, and I'll be right back. So if you look at this, the fan actually now doesn't really have anywhere to scrape against, because the way that I did things is that it would be completely clear of anything to scrape. So, yeah, as usual, like this video if you liked it. I guess if you dislike it, go ahead and dislike it. If you know about email, send me an email. And the reinstall process is just vice versa of the uninstall, of the taking the stuff off process. Just same thing with the processors, and don't over torque the processors. Are not responsible for any mistakes that you make. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye! Right before I jump out of here, I thought I'd show you how the graphics card performs now. Okay, so as you guys can see when I'm going to turn this on, which is like right now, this card runs very quiet. It does make a quick noise when it starts up, and I think I might actually take it down and sand it off a little more, check for any little scraps hanging, sorry, I just knocked the camera, but for any scraps that are hanging around, and I might get rid of those with just some normal sandpaper. But yeah, I really hope you guys liked it. I put in a fair amount of effort into this. It's probably going to be one of the longest videos I've ever made. Yeah, thanks, bye.